Have you been putting off retirement planning because you've heard that you need $1 million to retire? Today, I want to tackle this topic that's been buzzing around the financial world like a persistent mosquito, the dreaded $1 million retirement myth. First off, I want to share why this irks me so much. It's totally random. There's so many assumptions that go into retirement planning, and without understanding what the assumptions are, or if they're even applicable to you, those numbers are pure fiction. And then the second reason why it bothers me is because it scares people. It scares them to the point that they bury their head in the sand, they go on working and make false assumptions based on the false belief that they will likely never be able to retire. They buy lottery tickets, read books on manifesting money, and basically live in fear of retirement. And I just want to talk about, too, the embarrassment and even shame that comes with not having what the experts say is enough for retirement. I love Brene Brown's work on shame, and she suggests that the best way to get rid of embarrassment and shame is to bring them out into the open. So I want to do that here today with you. So, whether it's a bad investment, costly divorce, health issues, or just not planning for retirement soon enough, know that you're not alone. Life happens. We all have curveballs thrown our way. Our life plans never go according to plan, and we need to adapt. It's okay, you're not alone. And just so you know, the majority of North Americans don't have $1 million for their retirement. That's right, they don't have this nest egg that the experts say we need, and yet they manage to retire. So the lesson to be learned here is that retirement is not just for millionaires. I'm normally not big on quoting stats, but in this case, I think it's important. So let's shine a big light on the average North American's financial reality. In the United States, the typical American aged 55 to 64 has $134,000 saved for retirement. For the average Canadian, it's about $126,000, and only 10% have a million or more in retirement savings. So earlier I told you that there are a lot of assumptions that go into retirement. So let me introduce you to two hypothetical retirees, Amanda and Yvonne. Both make a cool $100,000 a year, but their approach to retirement couldn't be more different. Amanda, with her $100,000 a year, has been responsible with her money. She saved for retirement, paid off her home 10 years ago. Since then, she's given into lifestyle creep. The money she used to spend on her mortgage now goes to little and big luxuries, which is fine. She buys a new car every 5 years, loves her spa getaways and overseas vacations, and takes advantage of the fine dining, shows, and events in her city. She doesn't carry any credit card debt and is responsible with her money. But for her retirement, she hopes to continue with this lifestyle and doesn't want to downsize her home. She also doesn't have any interest in working during retirement. Then there's Yvonne. She, like Amanda, makes $100,000 a year and has been responsible with her money too. She saved for retirement and she paid off her home 10 years ago. But unlike Amanda, there's little lifestyle creep. She enjoys hiking, camping, and takes a ski trip each winter. She loves to volunteer when she travels, which lets her keep costs down and experiences other cultures. She replaces her car about every 10 years, and it's nice, but a few years old to avoid the worst of the depreciation. She doesn't carry debt and is responsible with her money. When she retires, she plans to rent out her basement while she travels, and she may downsize to a smaller home or condo. She may also work part-time in a greenhouse during the summer. She loves flowers, and the extra cash will help fund her winter travels. So, do you see the difference here? Both women are good with their money. They've both been responsible, but they will need very different nest eggs to fund their retirement. The key takeaway here is to figure out what you truly want from retirement. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Your retirement plan should be as unique as you are. But how do Amanda and Yvonne know how much they'll need in retirement? For Amanda, she might need more than $1 million. For Yvonne, she may need less. It's important to know the assumptions being made. So now I'm going to give you a few tips for how to do that. First, you have to know how much money you need. It's amazing how many people have never budgeted. So they just spend their paychecks. They might have an emergency fund, an investment set aside, but even then, if you're spending your full paycheck each month, and then your investment advisor will assume you need to replace that full paycheck in retirement, then they look at how much of a nest egg that would take, and voila. That's where you get the $1 million estimates. So embrace budgeting so you can be confident about how much you truly need right now. And then once you have a good handle on that, you can start to figure out how that might change in retirement. Some costs might go up, like travel, healthcare costs, but some may go down, eating out, work wardrobe, gas to and from work. Once that's figured out, you can start to have a look at your financial situation and make sure you understand the assumptions being used by your financial planner, even if you're not a numbers person. Things like estimating your annual return from your investments. You should have scenarios for high, mid, and low returns to see how they would impact your plan. You need to estimate inflation. Are the return rates including inflation or not? Again, do you have different scenarios for high, low, and medium inflation? And remember that inflation may not impact you as much when you're retired. If you own your own home, plant a garden, and spend part of the year in a low cost of living country, it'll be different for you. Then you need to think about the phases of retirement. Many financial plans are based on full retirement from day one, never working again, and it assumes that you need the same income in year 1, 20, or 30. But that doesn't take into account things like working during retirement, moving abroad or traveling abroad. For some of you in retirement, you'll do things like that. So those are my thoughts on the $1 million retirement myth. I'm not a fan. Retirement isn't about hitting some arbitrary financial milestone. It's about living the life you want within your means. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did any of this resonate with you? Have you been avoiding planning for retirement because of the $1 million myth? Comment below and share your thoughts, and subscribe if you want to know when I put out new videos. And if you're considering retirement, semi-retirement, or even a midlife career change, but are hesitating, my free course, Overcoming the 5 Roadblocks to Early Retirement, is a great place to start figuring this out. You can grab that at KarenCarl.com. And if you like to find out about working with me and how I can get you from hesitation to clarity about the retirement you want with a step-by-step plan to get there, comment below, let's chat, and I'll get in touch. Thanks so much for watching.